Array is a kind of data structure in your programming language. Array is used to hold the data. Okay, like one dimension array, two dimension array, multi-dimension array. So array is usually holding the data, just like you can see it on the screen, right? You what do you see on the screen, that there is this a continuous cell. Okay, this square boxes is nothing but the cell in the memory, and your data are saved contiguously in this cell. Okay, data is like yeah, here on this. And this, what do you mean by this index? They will index will represent a just kind of number to this cell. What do you mean by that? This index will going to tell in which cell, what is the index of the cell, just like a numbering. Okay, is it clear till now? This index is just to represent that, what is the numbering of the cell. Suppose if you save the data here. Okay, suppose let me take it. Suppose you save the data 7 here, 8 here, suppose 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take it some like 0 here, and 11. So here, am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
So here, like this is the data where they say we use to save the data contiguously in this array. Now you see this is a contiguous cell, and to represent in which cell what data is present, we need to have some index, right? Index in the sense we should know some cell number, right, where the data are usually present. So if I say you, uh, what data is present at a cell number 5. Okay, so according to the index cell number 5, I'm saying. So based on this, you can see and you can say it that, okay, on cell number 5, uh, that is your index number 5, the data 3 is present. So in this way, data are usually saved, and memory inside your your programs, or they access the data contiguously. Now the question is like, you ask me like how to write a question, means how to write a program, or how to get an access to this array. Okay, so the syntax is to access it, that how you will declare an array. Okay, so you should follow this genuine resource, that is Oracle document. Oracle document means Java actually owned by the Oracle company, so they have a document. You follow this document to know the syntax and to get the correct idea and correct knowledge. There are a lot of other resources are also available, but we will prefer to have a genuine resources. So here you can see this is the program. Okay, now just read the question what they ask you. Okay, so there are a few things that you need to be keep in the mind before writing the questions, or before solving the programs. How you're going to solve it, let's see that. So if any question is given to you, then first thing you see that what kind of data they were talking about. Okay, like what data types they were talking about. Second thing, you need to check it like what is the dimension of an array. Means single dimension. Single dimension means there is only one row, as we have seen here. Okay, so here you can see there is only one dimension, means you have only x axis, you can see it, or you can see it only rows are there, no columns are there. Okay, so this is called single dimension, and that you need to see it. Okay, single dimension or double dimension. Double dimension means where you have both rows and column. And the third thing is your multi-dimension. Now third thing is whether you want to read the data at a compile time, or that runtime you want to read it. So that you need to check it, read data in an array in compile time or runtime. It means that compile time means you will only assign the value in the code itself, or runtime means you will prompt on the output screen, enter a value, then that value will be saved in array and that will be printed. Okay, so these are the thing that you need to check it. And fourth thing, obviously, that size of an array is also matter. What is the size of an array? Whether it is you know the size, or you will going to find out with the help of some predefined function. What is a predefined function? This, suppose the name of an array is, suppose you declare an array. Okay, now you want to find it out the length of this size of the, to what you will going to use it, array dot length. Okay, so when you use this array dot length function, it will give you the number of element present in an array. This thing you should be know before writing the code. If you know this, then you can decide it how to proceed. Now see here, in this question they have given you one example. They just want to print an array. Okay, so how you're going to print an array? So the first thing is how you declare an array. There are various way of declaring an array. I have already told you, and in this also I can tell you. Like, you can declare an array like this. First you can data type, then name of an array, square bracket. In this square bracket you will define the size, means number of element that should be present. This is first thing. Second thing, you can declare like this also: data type, square bracket, name of an array, equal to new keyword, then name of an array, and size. You can define the size also here. Okay, so this thing you can declare it. So for example here, int name of array, suppose Akshara, and here you will define the size. So it means that the Akshara is an array that will going to hold 10 element. So what will be the index? Index will be start from 0. So how many index will be there? 0 to 9. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if I change it to 11, then it will become 10, right? Last index. Now this one, this is what in you use it in case when you just want to declare it and you want to print it. But this is better to use it. Why prefer the second one? Because here in the second one you are using this new keyword. This new keyword will assign a space or memory to this all the 10 element. Okay, so how you're going to declare it? Like this you can declare it. Okay, so this is the data type, this is the name of an array, new name of an array, and this square bracket. So here you can write this square bracket before. Square bracket means we call it subscript. Okay, this square bracket is called as a subscript. So this subscript you can write it before also and after also, both are valid. Means you can write like this also. Both are valid. Okay, this subscript you can write it before the name of an array or after the name of an array. Both are valid here. So hope it is clear to you like how you define an array. So we have seen here how you declare an array. Okay, this part is to declare an array, and the first part is this one that I told you, this few point. This few point you need to remember before writing the code. Okay, so this thing you should be keep in a mind, whether the size of an element you know it, then you will go for the first one. If you are using the dynamic array where you don't know the size of an element, then you will go for which option? Second option. Okay, so you will go for this second option, this one. So both are valid. You can means this is we use it when we want, when we don't know about the size of an element, and this one we use it when you are aware about the size of an element. Okay, so let me show you first how we go to proceed. So here you see that you have declared an array. Once you declare an array, you can use this new int and you can specify the size also here. You can do like this also. As I said you, there are two way of declaring an array. This is first way. This subscript you can use here also, and this is the second way. Okay, why we use this second way? Because you have defined the size here, but you need to assign a memory also to it, right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So you need to define the size also, that how this element will going to be saved in a memory. Okay, so once you define the size here, so you will going to initialize the element. So here how many element or how many element that you want to save it here? 10. So the index will be start from 0 to 9. So and how you can initialize it? This initialization you are doing at a compile time. So how to initialize that? First you declare an array, then you allocate a memory. This thing you can do it on the same line also. You don't need to do it on the another line. You if you can use it this one also. You can, if you use it this one and enter the size 10 here, then this line you can use it. Okay, this line you can use it in the code, and you can replace it. Nothing difficult here. You just need to remember the syntax: class name, public static void main, and then you need to remember the how to declare an array. Once you declare an array, you can initialize an element like the name of an array, index 0, whatever element you want to print it. Then next element, third element, and remember one thing: when you want to, when you initialize, always remember that the last index will be minus 1 from this length of an array. This is the number of element in an array, but when you subtract minus 1 from it, it will give you the last index. That's why it will come from 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9, why we have used it? Because 10 element index start from 0. So here you can see it will come from 0 to 9. This is your first index, this is your last index, and this set of index called indices. This array length will be 10. Array length will give you the number of element present in an array. Now once you do it, how to print it? It's very simple. Just like system.out.println, double, in a double quote, whatever you will going to write, it will going to print as it is. Then you need to use plus and simply the name of an array 0. So when you write like this, an array 0, it will going to print it the first element that you initialize it. Okay. Similarly, you can do it for other element. System.out.print in a single quote, sorry, in a double quote, you whatever you write it double quote, or you can say double inverted comma, whatever we write it, it will print as it is. And in order to print the variable name, you know it, like how we print the value of any variable, we need to use the plus symbol operator, and then the name of an array and the index. So when you will write this, it will, your output will be look like this. I can show you in the output also. Just give a minute, let me close it. Just give a minute. I have done this program. So just give a minute, Akshay. I have written this code somewhere that I'm looking. 1 minute. Is there any searching options? Okay, I think I have deleted that program, I think so. Okay, I can create a new one. Do you understand the syntax, like how we declare an array? Do you understand the syntax? Do you understand the syntax? Yeah, I'm audible.
Am I audible?
Okay, so here